Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. I thought we'd make some chocolate chip cookies. That's your normal. This one's a little different. Now I'm working with what I got left, okay? But my biggest thing that I want to tell you about making chocolate chip cookies is I normally use the butter flavored Crisco instead of the real butter. I just like how they come out, okay? But since I ran out and don't have any, and the only thing I have left for real butter is 1 stick of unsalted and 1 stick of salted. So I'm going to use one of each, and I'm just going to decrease the amount of my salt. Where it normally calls for like a teaspoon of kosher salt, I'm only going to use a half a teaspoon since there's salt in one of these sticks of butter, okay? All right, so I have 2 sticks of butter in here, 1 salted and 1 unsalted. I'm going to put in a half a cup of light brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of white sugar instead of all brown sugar, okay? Now I'm going to beat this up till it's light and fluffy. And with cookies, obviously you can make them, you know, whatever size you want. If you want like great big giant ones, obviously it would take longer to cook than the smaller ones. And this doesn't take long at all. I'm actually making these for my grandson, who's been wanting chocolate chip cookies. Okay. That looks nice, light and fluffy. All right, now we're going to add in 2 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, mix that all up. Okay, that's good. All right, now we're going to add in a half a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, give that a mix in. And then we're going to add in 2 1/4 cups of flour. Now, I like to spoon up my big container of flour, fluff it up real good and everything. Then I just take the spoon and then I level it off, okay? You don't want to just dip into your flour. You won't get an accurate reading. All right. 2 1/4 cups of flour. And then you usually use a couple cups of, I always use the Nestle Toll House semi-sweet chocolate chips. But sometimes I use different flavored chocolate chips, whether it's the milk chocolate or whatever. And in this one, like I said, I'm making it different. Instead of 2 cups of the chocolate chips, I'm only going to use 1 1/2 cups. All right, let me get this off the beater, and I'm going to start mixing with a spatula. All right, now let me turn to the spatula here. And when I get everything in, we're going to fold in the chocolate chips, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a little while because I like to chill the dough. So that way when you put it onto your baking sheet and when they bake, they won't spread all over, okay? So there's 1 1/2 cups of chocolate chips. And then to make up for the other half a cup of chocolate chips, I'm going to use a few ounces of this bacon chocolate. It's by Ghirardelli's. Okay, that's dark chocolate. And I'm just going to break that up into tiny little pieces. Okay. Okay, now what I got left to do is I took the 2 ounces, which is 4 squares of the dark chocolate, and I just broke it up into little bits. You see that? And then I did that with 3 of them, and then the other little square, I just scraped that. Okay, we're gonna dump that right in. I'm gonna fold this in. You can use whatever flavored chocolate chips you want, you know, or you can use the white chocolate chips. I got rainbow chips. Like I said, you can, instead of the same, which is, there's nothing wrong with the regular chocolate chips. They're delicious, but I like to do things a little different here and there and use different chocolates instead of just the one. All right, and you see what that looks like now. Looks like it's all folded in there good. Okay. And that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to chill it for about 20 minutes or so, okay? And then we'll put it on the sheet and bake it. Okay, I got out my baking sheet, I took out my chilled dough, and now I'm just grabbing little balls and putting them on, and we'll bake them for like 10-12 minutes or till done. Okay, they took 14 minutes to cook, and this is what they look like. I have 9 more still in the oven. There's a dozen here, so it made 21, and these are what they look like. Okay, and that's just one way of doing some chocolate chip cookies. Okay, and oh yeah, one little thing. I took just a little bit of this coarse sea salt and just a tiny little pinch I put on, and then I baked them in the oven. Okay, they're still a little bit hot, but we'll try a little bite. You get both tastes of the different chocolates in it. As you can see how nice they came out. Pretty good. Get yourself a nice glass of milk with it. And just that little bit of sea salt on the top. Just a baby little sprinkle. Really boosts up quite a bit. Okay, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.